There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome in here to episode 176 of Burns and Berman.
176.
We are about 2.5 weeks away from the NFL draft.
That was not the draft music.
That was Monday Night Football.
Yeah, that was not the draft
That
music.
was Monday Night Football.
That was terrible. My
Yep,
fault. But yeah, guys, we got the draft coming up, and this week, show-wise, I could do today.
Yeah.
I could do Wednesday,
Okay.
but I cannot do Friday
Oh,
because hi.
there we go.
Look at that. Dude, whenever I shower or get a haircut, it just reminds me that I'm balding at a young age, and it's not fun. But I can't do Friday because I am making my way to Augusta, Georgia for Masters weekend.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to Chicago. But I can't do it. I thought it was close enough where it was like it wasn't really a lie, you know? But yeah, we had an interesting Saturday night.
Oh my God, incredible.
We had a very interesting Saturday night, and I was really angry. I was really, 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 really angry.
About what?
Florida game went good. I had Florida. Florida game went good. I was happy. I kind of, I was out with my father was here and my sister was here, and I was out with all my friends. I had Duke. Duke goes up by 6 with a minute left. They got the ball. I kind of buzz out a little bit thinking, okay, Duke won. It's over. Josh, they didn't win.
No, they did not.
It wasn't over.
Nope.
Duke money line, Cooper flag, 20 plus. I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? Today's a great night. Today's a great day. It was all crushed in about like 10 minutes.
Unbelievable. One of the most unbelievable, just like, what the fuck just happened moments.
Whoa.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was.
Me and Michael were on the call for it. And usually when it's time for my analysis, I just kind of sat there. I was like, I just kept saying wow a bunch of times. And like, I can't believe that. Like, there was no real analysis. It was like, what just happened?
It was just the ultimate choke show. And now the real question is, obviously we know that Cooper Flag's going to the league and he's going to make a shitload of money in the league.
Does it depend on who gets the number 1 pick, or do you think he's just gone?
But I'm also sitting there as Cooper Flag is how the hell do you let your college, especially with NIL now, when you're going to make money in college, how do you let your college career end like that?
I mean, and again, I think it depends who gets the number 1 pick.
Sure, but I'm just sitting here like, man, if I'm personally Cooper Flag, I don't even think that would change my mind. I'm just like, you can't end your career like that in college. You can't. Also, with Cooper saying, if Cooper himself goes, yeah, I'm staying another year at Duke, we're running it back. That would open the door a lot for, what's it called? That would open a door for a lot of other people out there seeing the biggest guy in college basketball and in basketball right now saying, hey, I'm staying in college another year. It would convince a lot of other people to start doing that.
Well, what's interesting, and we talked about this last night on a 3-hour edition of Lights Out that we did last night.
Sure.
Lights Out is making a return, by the way, on Twitch. It's happening. It's back.
Love it. Love it. I used to join that all the time. I was a pretty main guest.
You were definitely a regular. But something we were talking about is women's basketball is the only sport where going pro is a pay cut.
Yeah.
A pretty significant one.
100%.
Paige Beckers is going to be making less money next year because she's going to be in the WNBA.
Yeah. And it's the exact opposite on the other side of the spectrum.
It's the exact opposite in every other sport.
Yes.
In every other level. The WNBA is very much an exception to the rule on that.
Which is so weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just because the WNBA doesn't make money.
Yeah. No, it makes complete sense. It's just like weird.
Yeah. So on the women's side, though, if you're Paige Beckers, for example, Yeah, I'm riding out as many years as I can. If you're Juju Watkins,
Oh,
yeah, hell, I'm trying to go 5-6 years in college until they kick me out. I'm going to be there.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Make your
So
money.
it's very interesting, the complete like difference on the men's and the women's side. Where on the men's side, it's the NBA. You're going to go to the league and you're going to get the deal. On the women's side, going to the league is a pay cut.
Yeah. I just, when you're that good, man, and you know you're going to be the number one pick in the draft almost regardless.
And he is that good, by the way. He's a baller.
He is. He is. And the biggest part that was shown at Duke that people weren't sure about is just his offensive influence. You know, people knew that he could guide an offense, but his scoring, everything, all of his personal
He's a
stats,
complete player.
He is. He is a full player. And that was proven. And that was the biggest concern with Cooper Flag is people didn't know that. Now they do. But run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back. The NBA is just, you know, I got some hype around it now because the Bulls are actually looking good. Maybe they win the play-in and go to the playoffs, and then that'll be really fun. But college hoops is so much better.
The Western Conference, by the way, because we're now in the last week of the season.
Yeah.
The NBA. The Western Conference right now. Are you aware of how close it is?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've always been like dialed into the NBA a ton. But it's just like
look at the West from the Lakers down to the Grizzlies.
Do the conference seed. Oh, wait. This is conference seed. I thought
this is the Lakers down to the Grizzlies. Look at this. I mean, that's dead even.
Yeah. That's how good
it's
they
half
are.
A game between 4 and 8.
And then you look at the East.
A game and a half between 3 and 8.
The East is just like the polar opposite.
I want to turn your attention to the fact that the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference is 38-40.
Yep.
38-40.
Yep.
38-40 in the West is actually right here. So not that much lower. But
yeah. I get your point. I get your point. Yes. There's a lot more just better teams.
My God.
Like, man. I need the Bulls. I need the Hawks to lose. I need the Hawks to lose these next couple games. And I need the Bulls to get the 8 seed. The only problem is the rest of our games are pretty easy. The rest of our games are pretty easy, except we play the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow night. Yeah. And man, that fucking team is unbelievable.
Who do we I mean, to me, it's a 2-team race in the East.
Sure, it's the Celtics and the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks have kind of proven that they are just not on the level of the top 2. Every time they've played those two, they just have not played well.
They just always try and slip into the conversation, but they'll never get into the conversation.
Yeah.
That's the issue. And I love the Knicks, man. Love the Knicks.
I might try and see what I can do and get to a playoff game in MSG. Why not?
That'll be fun. I want to hopefully go to a playoff game in Chicago. That's what I hopefully want to do, but we'll see if that actually happens. Like, dude, if the Bulls are in a series against the Celtics, if we win 2 games, I'm happy. It was a successful postseason, and if they look good, like, I'm happy.
The one question, though, is when Dame comes back, is Milwaukee a threat?
No.
You don't think so?
Dude, they do the same thing every year. They are not a threat at all.
Well, they've won a championship. It's not like they haven't done
so. They did. But past that, it's the same story. With this squad that they have currently, no. I think the window's closed. And I wouldn't be shocked if Giannis did leave Milwaukee this offseason.
That would be so weird.
It would be, but I wouldn't be shocked. He's not happy there. He's been the biggest activist to have international players play in big markets.
True.
And he is playing in one of the smallest markets in the NBA.
True.
What is the smallest market in the NBA? Is it?
Oh, the Wizards.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the smallest, but it's definitely close to it.
Charlotte's up there.
OKC is not a very big market.
No. But what is like the smallest market in the NBA? It's got to be Charlotte, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's got to be Charlotte.
Probably.
Everywhere else, maybe Orlando. Charlotte or Orlando?
Yeah.
One of the two. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the NBA playoffs. I enjoy watching the NBA playoffs every year. I just hope that we're in it. That's all that I could really sit here, and then I'll actually like care a lot about the NBA playoffs. But I need to see the Bulls in it first.
It's really unfortunate that, if I'm being totally honest with you, I know nothing about the Rockets.
Yeah, the
They're
Rockets
the number 2 seed in the West in a very stacked conference, as we just said. The Houston Rockets are one of only 2 teams that have broken through. And I know Jalen Green's playing well. Thompson's, but like they're no one's talking about them. And we got Şengün, who's a baller, but I don't even know if I've even watched a Rockets game this year.
Dude, it's just,
when's the next time the Rockets are on national television? I'm gonna make it a priority to watch it.
well, there's only a week left, and that's
I know. I'm making. They got to be on
playoffs.
national television before the season's out, because I 100%. I need to watch a game of them before the playoffs actually start. They only have 3 games left. They have the Clippers. Nope. Wait, hold on. Let me NBA national TV schedule.
It should say on there which network it's on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Where's Houston? Houston. Okay. They are not on national television in either of these 3 games.
Yep.
But these games are, I could see them getting flexed. I mean, Clippers on Wednesday at 10:30. That's a 5 seed versus a 2 seed. The Lakers on Friday at 10:30. That is 3.
But also, it's lighted up to where people are starting to bench some of their players.
2 versus 3. And then on Sunday, they have the Nuggets, which is 4 versus. So they're playing the 3, 4, and 5 seed as their last 3 games. One of those games will be on national television.
Maybe.
Has to be.
Maybe. They might.
Because the play-in race is so close.
Dude, Giannis going to Golden State would be like the weirdest thing ever. He would look good. He looks good in red.
Golden State is not red.
Exactly. That's my point.
Oh,
he would look good. He would look good in red. He would.
The Bulls even, like, how would the Bulls even do that?
I don't know. They just do it.
I do not think there is even a way to do
Give
that.
up every draft pick we have for the next 10 years.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, OKC. They are them I have watched. And I've watched plenty of.
Yes.
They are a very fun team. Do you think how far do they go?
At the pace that they're playing at right now, it's honestly kind of disappointing if they don't make the finals.
I mean, they're going to be, assuming they win at least one more game, they're going to be at least a 65-win team.
Yeah. Make the finals. And they should. They should make the finals.
I agree.
The West is hard. The West is rough.
Lakers, man.
The West is rough. No, I think the Lakers are going to collapse.
Do you? Really?
You know who's the one like somewhat underdog team that I would bet on in this picture to make the finals out of the East?
Yeah, that's the West, but who?
I mean the West, yeah. I take Joker.
I don't think they're an underdog. I think they're the next. I think other than the Lakers, they're the best.
Sure. But out of any besides the top 3 seeds, I would take the Nuggets. I would. That's who I place the bet on. I would place the Nuggets.
Why wouldn't you?
Just because the Joker is literally a cheat code in the NBA.
Yeah, he's the best player in the league.
Yes. Who'd you put the 2 right behind him?
What'd you say?
Who would you put the 2 right behind him? Second best player in the league. It's
either Giannis or SGA.
Probably. Here's the thing. I made a video about this the other day for other account. When we talk about the GOAT, we talk about LeBron and Jordan. But there's like a second category, and it's for cheat codes in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Shaquille O'Neal was a cheat code.
Right.
Joker's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Giannis is a cheat code.
Yeah.
And it's literally 2 different categories, and it's so weird.
Steph.
Because the all-around best players, it's
Steph.
definitely like Jordan, whatever, blah, blah. But yeah, he's just a fucking cheat code, man.
By the way, I do want to tell you guys something about, because I know this whole narrative here. SGA is averaging 8.8 free throw attempts per game. 8.8.
Yeah.
Giannis is averaging 10.5. So
crazy.
SGA is second in free throw attempts per game.
Yeah.
Giannis is a good chunk ahead of him. The only difference is that SGA makes 1.4 per game more. SGA is a 90% free
And
throw
SGA
shooter, and
gets all
Giannis is
the
a
hate.
62%.
And SGA gets all the hate, and Giannis doesn't get any.
Right. So Joel Embiid is just as much of a free throw merge. I mean, he also
The Sixers, man. The Sixers is just
they're a mess.
I trusted the process for a long time.
Wow. The problem is the process doesn't work when the guys don't play.
Yeah.
That's really the problem.
Yeah, and that's just gone. They're done. They're finished.
Completely.
Who do you like tonight, Josh?
Florida. I mean, I had Florida coming in. My national championship pick was Florida.
Yeah, I had this little team called the Duke Blue Devils, who are now not playing.
I had Florida over Duke.
Oh, shit, that's right. I like Houston. I took Houston just because of how resilient they are, which I saw on Saturday, and how physical they are, man. They play physical fucking basketball.
They do.
Like out of a lot of teams I've seen, like they hit people. They do everything. Their defense is so good. Oh my God.
What is that reaction? Oh God.
We're having a very good NBA discussion, Michael.
I was having good NBA discussion earlier about the West, actually.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Well, actually, right now we're talking about SGA and
Jokic.
Yeah.
Josh, you see, this is the problem that he's not in school anymore. This is just what he does now.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just at home, and now he's gonna do this every day.
Here, but let's answer the question though. Let's make a top 5 best players in the league.
Top 5 best players.
We're at 10,000. Now we got to take it up to 20,000.
By the way, Michael, have you filmed the video?
That's what I was just doing. That was an Ashton Hall thing.
Good. So you're still doing it.
Yeah, I am. Josh,
Good.
you're gonna actually be so proud of me.
I'm so excited.
You got issues, Michael. You just got a lot of issues. Number 1 is the Joker, 100%.
I'll put Giannis at 2, SGA at 3.
What?
Okay, I'm with that.
And then
Giannis is not above SGA.
I mean, they're. I can go either way on that. That's fine. Then I'll put Luka at 4.
Yeah, Luka's a fine.
And then I think there's a gap.
There is a gap. That's the top 4 for sure.
Ant is up there.
Ant's up there.
Jason Tatum.
But I think right now Jokic is the MVP.
Tatum's
Jason
a 5.
Tatum's number 5.
Tatum's a 5. Simple. That's good. That's a good list. That is
by the way, at 40 years old, LeBron is still top 10.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Like if we went out and made it like LeBron is after Tatum is like
this
LeBron's
is a great list.
Is he?
Good job, Connor. That's a fantastic list. That's a great list of your top 5.
Josh.
LeBron's not number 6, is he? At 40 years old.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, who after Tatum? Who's next?
Ant's up
Donovan
there.
Mitchell.
Donovan
Not
Mitchell's
that high.
He's pretty good.
Brunson. Kate Cunningham.
I'm like those guys are good, but am I taking
Jaylen
them
Brown's
over
up
LeBron? I don't
there.
know.
What about Karl Anthony Towns? Is he up there?
Not above LeBron.
I don't know, dude. Cat goes crazy.
I might give you Brunson.
How high are you putting Trae Young?
2 turnover prone.
Yeah, I know. Halbatron?
He's just a good passer.
Yeah. What about just Dick?
What'd you say?
Josh.
What about Dick? I just like his
Grady?
last name. Yeah, I just like Grady Dick's last name. Sorry.
Michael, I don't want to see it. I want to see it when it goes up. I don't want to see.
You don't want to see any of it?
Nope. I want to see it.
Whoa,
I just
why are
want
you
to see it when it
posting
gets
it,
posted.
Michael?
What?
When are you posting it?
Well, I can't post it until the day ends, which is when me calling the game.
Oh.
So
You
tomorrow.
can post it during like halftime of the game. You just get the clip of you calling the game, and then you could have everything else edited except for
I
that.
should. You know where I'm going after this?
Where?
My friend, he has at his gym. There's a pool, and it was a coincidence, but that happened to be today. but I'm gonna go. If there's an indoor pool, and you know how Ashton Hall does the pool jump
Oh my God.
at the time? It's like a perfect.
Perfect. Oh,
Good
that's so perfect.
Good job.
I don't know how to dive in a pool, but
You know, I've never had crumble cookie in my life.
I have
not
a bunch
either.
of times. That's
Is it
crazy.
good?
It's good, but it's
It's
very
expensive. I
overrated.
know that.
Dude, isn't it like $9 a cookie?
Yeah.
It's not good for you. It's so bad for you. It tastes
It
like
is,
cardboard.
dude. Like each cookie's like 1,000 calories.
Some are good. Some are good. I've had good crumble cookies, but for there's more bad than good.
You know what? The only cookie place I've had is Insomnia cookies. I've had that.
Yeah, they're good.
I think I
good.
prefer Insomnia to crumble.
I 100%
You get the mint
prefer them.
chocolate chip. You get the mint chocolate chip cookie. Oh, it's a good time. I came up with an idea yesterday, and I think it's one of the best ideas I've ever came up with.
Okay.
You know, like, where do you guys get your haircuts?
Sport clips.
Sport
It's a
Clips.
different- it's a
The
different
Sport Clips
place.
have it on the website where you can check in online before you go.
They have a designated app.
Yes. What Chipotle needs to do in their app is they need to make it so that you could see how many people are online before you go. Like put sensors in your restaurant just to see how many people are there. Because the worst the worst restaurant to go to ever if there's a wait in front of you is Chipotle. Because then you wait in this big old line, you get up there. And what they also need to do is make it so that you could see how much of each ingredient is there on the line. Because the worst thing ever is when you get to Chipotle and it's a huge line, you wait it, and then they go, oh, we're out of white rice. It will be 30 minutes. It's the worst thing ever. It's terrible. Or when they don't have the meat that you want. Sucks. It's horrible. But yeah. Chipotle, they need to upgrade that. And I could do it. I mean, I don't know how to actually do it, but I came up with the idea.
There you go. That's the first part.
That is. The idea is the first part. Dude, what'd you think of Michael? What'd you think of Mr. the Grade 8 yesterday?
It's kind of I wanted to do it at home. Like they play on Thursday. I think it would have been. I would have called the game.
He should have done it at home, but he wanted to do it in the same amount of games too.
Right.
That is true. And that's really cool.
Yeah, you want to do it in the same amount of games.
By the way, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Bettman is the commissioner of the NHL.
Right.
He and Gretzky went to the last couple of games. They were sitting in a box. It was Bettman, Gretzky, and then it was Cash Patel.
Like the FBI guy?
Yeah. Like I thought maybe I saw him at the game on Friday in DC. I thought, at DC, FBI, whatever. He was at the Islanders game too.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a big hockey guy.
Yeah, but like I feel like he'd be a little busy. I don't know, directing the FBI.
That's hilarious.
You know
Let's
what?
see.
Sometimes some women at the end of the day care more about what's in your pocket.
Cash Patel, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, I thought originally I told my dad, I go, there's a guy that looks exactly like Cash Patel next to Wayne Gretzky.
Yes, that was
on
Cash
Friday,
Patel.
and then I saw on Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah, he's hanging out with Gretzky.
I mean, good for him, but like that's so funny.
That's hilarious. By the way,
Wow.
I've made a top 10 list.
Of
The top 10 players. This is my list right now.
Josh
Nope.
loves his list, Michael.
Jokic
He
1.
loves his list.
Jokic 1. Giannis 2. SGA 3. Luka 4. Gap. Tatum 5. I put Edwards 6. LeBron 7. Steph 8. Brunson 9. Wemby 10.
You see, I didn't even have to say it. And people bring it up, Josh. I told you. People just say it. All right, the list.
What?
Okay.
Why? I don't get it.
I'm just going bald, dude. It's bad.
This is just a general statement.
That's okay. My whole family, a lot of my family is. My dad.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate the support.
I probably will be eventually.
Yeah. No way, dude. Me and you bald together could be like the coolest combo of all time. That would be so cool. Imagine me and Michael, no hair on our head, just hanging
I'm trying to
out.
save all these videos. I can't put them directly into CapCut from Snapchat, right?
You've been
You can
filming
save
them
it
on
to your camera roll.
Snapchat?
You can.
The reason I film them on Snapchat is because just in case I don't end up using all of them, I could just not put them all. Yes, I'm saving them all to camera roll.
Yeah, you just put it like that. That's
And
how I
you
do it.
don't know how to dive in a pool either?
I never have, like, head first.
Oh, that's
I
gonna.
can't really swim either, actually. Like, well. Like, I never
You're
swam
gonna
like a
take you a
lap.
couple tries, Michael.
That's gonna be
But
very
like you
funny.
know how to swim.
Like, yeah, I know how to float in water. Ooh.
Sorry, what was that?
That's like the swimming. I don't understand. Did it save or not? How can I tell if it downloaded or not?
Have you never saved a video on Snapchat before?
I
Michael?
have. My storage is full. No
Well,
way.
yeah, because your entire family uses one camera roll.
Damn, Michael, where do you keep the dirty stuff then?
My eyes only, probably.
No. Hold on.
He has a secret.
Oh, so where do you keep it? Speaking of which, actually,
No, that's not what I was talking. I have only 173,112 photos in here, so I don't really know how my
right,
storage.
Michael,
Yeah.
you still have
Well, I'm not going to
answered
say. What are you? What would it?
higher
Burns.
or lower.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to answer that question.
That's it. We don't
What?
need to know the number. We just need to know higher
No, I'm not going to.
or lower.
I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to be.
Higher than lower than what?
On
Josh
Lights
wants me
Out
to-
with Josh last night before Michael joined.
3 hours.
The
Josh
Rice
and
Burns girl
Burns.
got
Josh
brought
and
up.
his girl had a 3-hour show last night.
We had not my girlfriend, but the topic of rice purity score got brought up.
Sure.
So we both took the test on the air.
Okay.
And Michael, all we wanted to know was whether or not his was higher or lower than mine. And he won't tell us.
Yeah, because he's done a lot of weird things, Josh.
No, it's not that. It's why would I share my score on here?
You just need to, you don't need even, you don't need
All right, I'm
to
about to do it right now. I'm about to do it right now. I've like never done this.
Great.
So you just check what you've done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't understand why is like people in the chat wouldn't say it.
They're not streamers, Michael.
Okay, this is the third time that I'm downloading.
God,
these
this is
videos
weird,
from
Josh.
Snapchat.
Why do you like?
It got brought up. I did
So
not. I'm not
Josh
the one who brought
Burns.
it up.
Josh checked off more than half of them.
I probably will do more. I'm looking.
Josh
at it right
checked
now.
off like 80. Josh has done like
no,
everything.
I had
in the
no.
book.
That's not true.
Everything with pets. Everything with football related. Anything.
There is nothing football related on that test, Michael.
Well, that depends on who you are.
What?
I'm sure
What?
number 18
I don't know. You have to.
to Lamar Jackson highlights.
Let's see.
Oh Jesus, Michael.
Okay,
That's funny.
these videos saved finally. Josh, look at me backing into a parking
Dude, how
spot.
many fucking questions are on here? Jesus.
100.
Oh my God.
There's 100.
Burns don't have time for this. He's got better things to do.
I do. Yes, I played a drinking game before. Jesus Christ. Yes, I have fake sobriety to my parents. Severe.
By the way, Michael, while Burns is doing this,
I'm putting my video together.
okay.
My
But-
tennis match got canceled, by the way,
I mean,
because the rain. Yeah. So
yeah.
Bro, you got a lot of issues, Michael.
and yet my team makes the playoffs. Doesn't lose on a double doink.
Fuck you.
Michael, we cannot say a thing about the playoffs.
No, you really.
Sure, we can. We won a playoff game in the last like 20 years.
Yeah, but we should have at least one Super Bowl by now, and we don't.
We have 2.
I'm talking about in the Lamar era.
Well,
I like how 69 is just a question mark. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
my family's gonna
this-
see these videos in our camera roll and be like very confused.
Yeah. You got a lot of issues, Michael.
I told
Well,
my
you can
mom,
delete
I
them
go,
afterwards.
that's okay. I told my mom, I was using a bowl for a TikTok video. She goes, okay. I left it on the counter.
Go O's. They cannot beat Kansas City in any sport, apparently.
Josh, I have 22 videos right now.
Okay.
I just have to put them together. What sound am I going to use behind this? Just like a song?
Well, in the real video, there is no sound. I mean, it's
Right,
there's no
it's like ASMR. There's like a mic. Should I really not use any sound?
Well, can you hear what you're doing?
Kind of.
Up to you.
I'll play it. Can I play it for you tonight without sound? Just you, and then post it tomorrow. Okay. Fine.
Engaged in bestiality. Michael definitely said yes.
So Josh did answer that one.
All right, so what's the score, fellas? What'd you get?
Mine was 71.
Okay. Michael?
I'm not sharing mine.
I got a 26.
The girl that was on with me got a 13. So, yeah.
Burns is like, oh, I guess 26 is not that
Yeah.
anymore.
Josh, who are you hanging out with?
Harley Quinn is who I'm hanging out with.
Josh has to be careful not to get anything.
Josh likes bad girls, dude. Josh does. Josh does. He's got a thing for bad girls for real. Like,
What
that's
are those
badass.
now?
He does. I've known this for a while.
What are you basing this off of?
I just know you. Guys, you want to hear my bets for the Masters? Just place them this week.
What?
That's crazy.
Josh
You want to hear my
being
bets for the Masters?
a prostitute.
You want to hear my bets for the Masters?
Sure.
So I got DeChambeau to win plus 1,800.
I've never watched the Masters in my life.
Are you kidding me?
Never. Not
Dude,
no
listen,
interest in watching.
you have to watch Masters Sunday.
No interest.
You have to.
Why?
Gosh, like people who don't watch golf watch the Masters.
I watched, yeah. I'm one of those people.
Because it's not even about the golf at all. It's just the vibes. That's all it is. You make
Yeah, but
yourself
the vibes that you're talking about are not my vibes.
No, but the Masters is just different. It's just different.
Like the sitting on the couch drinking a beer vibes are not like that does not.
No, but that's not even the Masters. The Masters is just different. It is the one sporting event where you're not allowed to bring they ban phones from the Masters. You are not allowed to walk in with a phone.
That seems dumb.
No, because it is so prestigious. And it is just like, Josh, it's just beautiful. And hearing Jim Nance on the call for the Masters.
I do like Jim. Jim Nance is great.
Yes. It's the coolest thing. This also is true too, Josh. But
okay.
And then I took DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, and Scotty Scheffler all to place top 10. But like
my pick
Josh,
is Scotty Scheffler because every time I hear his name, he's winning something or getting arrested.
Yeah, because Scotty.
I forgot I did this morning.
I mean, Josh, it's just really.
Josh, you're actually going to lose your mind. You're going to love this so much.
I'm very excited.
This is already the best video I think I've ever made.
Go full screen.
For more than 80 years, the Masters tournament has been a rite of spring. The azaleas and dogwoods waking the golfing world from its winter slumber. And although this November will pass without patrons, with roars replaced by reflection, like for the rest of the world, there is hope.
It's like a fucking COVID.
Yeah, but this is a COVID one.
The things we cherish most will feel familiar to us again.
Yes! At long last! Yes, sir!
And our annual tradition unlike any other. For 1 year at least.
Nothing, Josh.
I mean, it's a great video. It's an amazing video.
No. where is? I don't want the origin story. I want to hear like, where is it?
It's amazing. And like Tiger, man, like Tiger Woods. But
Where is it?
like the return to glory clip of Jim Nantz and Tiger winning the Masters is incredible. Like I care who wins, but like,
Well, yeah. Well, you got to watch that Sunday. Let's see.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Bibbity. Bibbity. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
It is the greatest weekend in all of sports. The beautiful grounds of Augusta National, with its history precisely trimmed into one golf course. The top players in the world with their hearts pumping, all eyeing on one singular goal. The coveted green jacket.
All right, y'all. I have to go.
It is the mark.
Tune in to the national championship tonight.
yeah,
Okay,
all you
bye,
guys
Michael.
got to tune in.
Bye.
Like Josh, that's just nothing.
No, I'm not saying. Well, okay, it's nothing because I don't have any nostalgia of it.
Either do I. Well, my dad watched Masters growing up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I appreciate it as like a sports like video. Like it's awesome. It's a great
Well,
video.
like,
it's a
you
great
gotta
intro.
watch the
It's,
Masters.
it is
You have
iconic.
to
I mean,
watch
it's
the
the
Masters.
Masters.
You have to watch the Masters.
I mean, it is the Masters. I'm not saying
It's one of
it's
those
just
things
that
that's
like
you have to watch it.
I don't
It's
think
one
I'm
of
doing
those
anything on
things.
Sunday. I might as well.
Yeah, it's Master Sunday. That's like a big deal, and you got to make yourself a pimiento cheese sandwich. There's a few things about the Masters that are just weird things. Number one, it's like they don't sell their merchandise anywhere else in the world. You can't go online and buy a Masters shirt. You can buy a knockoff one, but they don't sell it anywhere else. You can only get it in Augusta at Augusta National.
Interesting.
The other
I'm
thing
sure
is
that's
they have,
crazy expensive.
no, it's actually very cheap. Everything,
Really?
the Masters, the way to get tickets is you have to join a lottery.
Hmm.
And if you get selected for the lottery, tickets are cheap to go there too.
Wow.
If you don't get selected, like you can go on StubHub right now, and a ticket for Masters Sunday is $4,000.
Right.
But if you win the lottery, you can get a whole weekend pass for probably $1,000,
Wow.
which is not bad. And then once you're inside, ready? I just got to show you this. Hold on. This is what they have. Where is it? Hold on. Hold on, JB.
I'll make you a deal.
Ready? Look at this. This is their food prices at the Masters.
Is that still the prices?
Yes, it is.
Is that going to be the prices this year?
Yes, it is.
Some prices are going up.
Nope. Masters food is so cheap. Look at that. It's every year. Pimiento cheese sandwich, which is an egg salad sandwich and a pimiento cheese sandwich.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that still the case?
Yes. That's
All
what
right,
it is.
good for them.
That's it, and it's cool.
Good for them. I'll make you a deal.
What's the deal?
If you watch WrestleMania, I'll watch the Masters.
Is it on Easter?
I have no idea. When's Easter?
Sunday, next Sunday.
That night. It's that Saturday and Sunday night.
Do I have to pay to watch it?
Do you have Peacock?
I should.
Then no.
But you see, like the Masters isn't something that I'd make that trade with you. You should just watch it regardless. And also watch UFC Saturday night. Sadly, I don't know how much I'll be able to watch, but Patty the Baddie's back in the ring. So that's going to be lit.
Passover starts on Saturday.
Oh, Patty the Baddie. Oh, Patty the Baddie. That's lit. I'm excited, dude. UFC's got a great card Saturday night. I need to find a place to watch it. Because
Wait, so UFC and oh, that's this. What, is
No,
it
UFC
this
this
Saturday?
dude, there will never be a UFC and thing at the same time because their own. Remember,
Yeah, that's why I was confused because they're the same company. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, so they set it up. They make sure. No, it's Volk is back in the ring. That he's the main event, and then the co-main event is Michael Chandler versus Patty. which would be lit. It'll be a good weekend. It'll be a good weekend. And also just the Masters around the whole time. So, but yeah, Josh, all you got to do, you don't have to watch any other day. Like if you watch Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like you're just doing a lot, but Masters Sunday is Masters Sunday.
I mean, I'll tune in.
And you got to go to the store and make yourself a pimiento cheese sandwich.
I'm not doing that.
Why?
But
it's good.
okay.
It's kind of like
I
spicy
would be
cheese on bread.
stunned if he loses. They don't do all that to make him lose.
No way. It'll be cool. I just like to watch it. I do watch a lot of the WrestleMania. I just don't watch it, and I just see the clips on TikTok of all the war.
I mean, it really is so crazy how 2 months ago I had no interest whatsoever, and now I am so hooked. It's crazy.
I know you're just there.
I'm all the way in. It is right on. And football is always number one, but in the span of 2 months, WWE has went from something I didn't care about to right there with basketball. They're even.
Yeah. I'm just football. I've been watching a lot of MLB, and I've been watching every single Cubs game, and I plan to continue to. Except the Cubs just pissed me off. Like yesterday was terrible, but blew a 7-4 lead, and then top of the ninth inning, tie game, 7-7, turn for a double play to end the inning. Ball goes straight through the webbing of his glove.
Oh my God.
And the Padres scored a run, and they ended up winning 8-7.
Wow.
Dude, this is like that's just a regular breakfast sandwich. Yeah, I have bacon, egg, and cheeses all the time. It's just a regular breakfast sandwich. But yeah, you got anything else for today, JB?
I mean, we're two and a half weeks away from the draft.
I say that's what I was gonna say is that we should do a mock draft on Wednesday because we literally just did one on Friday. So
okay, but what do you think about these Travis Hunter to Cleveland rumors that are going on right now that are getting pretty loud?
They're heating up a little bit. It's cool. I mean, dude, it was cool to see him at his pro day. It's just
that would be such a shame for him. And I'm not even saying this in a trolling way. It would just suck to see him go to an organization like that.
Yeah.
That just can't do anything right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just
it would suck 100%. It would.
The Browns, the Jags-ish, not as much. Really, the Browns. Yeah. The Browns and the Jets.
Yeah.
Are the two organizations that I just have no faith in.
No.
And I mean, look what they had the best left tackle of the last 25 years. Well, second best behind Jonathan Ogden. So, but a first ballot Hall of Famer in Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
You then lose him and pretty much immediately get another first ballot Hall of Famer in Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Assuming that his career doesn't fall off a cliff, which honestly at this point it might not even matter. He's been doing it long enough. But and they can't do a thing. Something I'm going to do for these street interviews because I'm going to do a lot more like trivia and stuff.
Yeah.
This is how crazy I am. Is I spent a lot of time on this, in making like these sheets, so I have them. Is every single team's winning percentage of the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25, like every 5 years up until the last 50. It's like updated, like since 2020, since 2015, since 2010, all the way back to, I think, 75.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny. Because Cleveland was actually decent in 2020 and in 2022, they are 16th. Or I'm sorry, they were 19th in the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. They are 29th in the last 10. Last 15, they're 31st. But in the last 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, they're 32nd across the board in win percentage. It's so bad.
That's crazy.
I know.
Dude, they just suck. The Browns just, I don't think that they'll ever figure it out. And it's just literally just letting talent die there. And it sucks that Travis is going, that he's going to go there.
This is what it is right here. You see it.
Well, that he might go there. It's not official yet, but you guys can
look at overall, because then I have overall just every team in their entire history. Look at the Ravens. Overall, number 1.
Wow.
How about the fact that in the last 50 years, the Bears are number 19, but then when you go before it and you just go overall history, they're number 6.
Yeah.
Like that's how dominant they were pre-Super Bowl era is they went from, like, if you look at it, the Bears, 19, 18, 18, 21, 24, 23, 18, 25, 28, and 29. And then overall, 6.
They just were that dominant.
They really were. It's like they legitimately were that good. They also were around for that long to offset it. There's more history back there than there is the last 50.
Hell yeah. They were just that good, man.
Last 5 years, man, Carolina.
Yeah.
Last 5 here, I have it like this. This change was because I did it at the beginning of the season, and I just noted like what the difference was because I was curious.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the change. No, the change from like 5 to 10. So the Patriots go from number 8 in the last 10 years to number 26 in the last 5.
That's dynasty. The end of the dynasty, man.
Yeah. Last 15 years, they're number 2. Last 20 years, they're number 1 in the last 20 years. In the last 5 years, they're number 26.
Jeez.
I completely fell off.
God, this website doesn't want it.
Yeah.
But yeah. That is wild if he does end up going to Cleveland.
Yeah. I also would not want to see him twice a year.
No. Because you don't know where the hell he's going to be either. You don't know.
I brought this up with Donnie when I did his show. I do not think that Travis Hunter is playing 2 ways in week 1.
No,
Don't get me
not in week 1, but just in general.
But here's what I'm going to say. Let's use Cleveland. Let's say that they make him only a corner.
Yeah.
And theoretically, let's use Cedric Tillman.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric Tillman is out for the next 4 games.
Yeah.
And your options for the Browns would be in that situation that like a guy like Cedric Tillman's going to miss a couple of games. And Travis Hunter is a corner. Your options would be to have to play a guy like DeAndre Carter a little bit more, or just have Travis Hunter play 2 ways. And that's the thing. Or you make it the other way around, and he's only a receiver. And then Denzel Ward is out for a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play 2 ways for a couple of weeks?
True.
That is the thing that I think is very possible, and dare I say likely.
Yeah. No, it's going to get interesting, man.
Because I don't think it's realistic for him to play both ways the whole year, but
no,
guys get injured.
Yeah.
There's going to be weeks where they're going to be either shorthanded at receiver or shorthanded at corner, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Those weeks, I think is the question.
No, it'll be weird. It'll be weird, dude. And I think it honestly just also depends on just what team takes him and how creative they're going to be with him.
And how much depth they have at those 2 spots.
True.
If you're a team that's set at corner, you're fine. Or you set at receiver, you're fine. But if you have a hole at both spots,
you got issues. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
True.
It's very interesting. And I'm very, very, very excited to see how he's used.
Yeah. I just want the draft to be here and just done. So I just see who we get. Ugh, I'm stressing out over it. But
this happened to last year, but not to this extent. Actually, no, it did happen last year in the same way, where I have nobody that I have my eye on.
Yeah.
It's just, it really depends on how the first 26 picks goes and who's still there.
Exactly. That's how this draft class is as a whole. Like, dude, that's what fucking that's what Ryan Poles was telling his guys. There was this clip posted of him at the combine, and he's just like, "Hey, just clear your head because we don't know what's going to happen, and we'll figure it out."
One of the first things that I heard of when we got into the start of the draft season was Daniel Jeremiah doing like this conference call, and he said something that stuck with me throughout the entire process. Is that I think it was DJ, where you look at the big board on a normal draft. The gap between player 50 on your board and 250, or no, I think it was a range like that. It was like 100, not 200. It was about 100. is pretty big usually. This year, it is very tight because there's so many good, solid players, and there's very few great ones.
Yeah.
But he said it was a starters draft. Not a star draft, not a Pro Bowler draft.
It's a
but
starters
you're going to get a lot of starters that play 8 to 10 years and be really solid. And there's a lot of those in this draft. But there might not be very many all-pro, Hall of Fame type of players compared to a normal year.
Yeah. It is, man.
It's going to be very, very interesting.
It will be.
And there's no consensus either. Once we hit day 2,
all hell's going to break
there
loose.
is no consensus on how that board is going to stack up.
Yeah.
You look at 3 different publications that have 3 completely different best player available lists.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, man.
I'm excited for it.
Me too.
All right. Once again, tonight, we will be live for the national championship.
Join up, watch the boys, stream the game, and go Cougars because I took Houston.
Nah, go Florida.
All right. But we will see you guys on Wednesday, mock draft Wednesday. We didn't do mock draft Monday, so mock draft Wednesday. And have fun, be safe, enjoy the natty. And we'll see you boys then.
Yep.
Right, Joshua? All right.
Yep.
Deuces, ladies and gents.
See you guys.